All right, embrace your dreams, defy the nightmares, enter the dream state and experience one of the most fashionable nights of the year. One of the chairs of the evening, Peyton Martin, joins me now with a preview of the event where creativity collides with purpose. Good morning to you.
Good morning. Thank you for having us.
So glad to have you here. So House of DIFFA is known as one of the most over-the-top, avant-garde fashion fundraisers in the country. And so this year's theme is Dreamstate, and it sounds even more surreal. So tell me a little bit about what guests can expect.
Yeah, so the theme Dreamstate, it really starts out with the question, when we all fall asleep, where do we go? So it's going to take guests on a journey from, celestial dreamscapes to haunting nightmares to avant-garde fashion looks. You name it, there's going to be surprises. It's going to be really exciting.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so it sounds like a visual and emotional feast, and behind all of the glamour there is a very real mission, which I love to hear because I love a good party for a purpose. And so tell us more about DIFFA Dallas and how the event actually supports the community.
Absolutely. So DIFFA Dallas, we raise money for HIV and AIDS service organizations in North Texas. So the organizations that we support, they're providing direct care to people living with and impacted by HIV and AIDS. What makes us so unique is that we grant unrestricted funds to those organizations. So where public funding and government funding is declining and rapidly, we're providing unrestricted funds that they can use on things that a lot of people don't know they are struggling with. So documents, hygiene products, rides to getting health care, those sorts of things that maybe insurance or these grants aren't covering.
My goodness, my goodness. I love that. The impact sounds large in our community. I can only imagine the work that you guys are doing. And so I love to hear that the money is actually going somewhere. But in order to help people out in this way, you need some money, right?
We do.
So that's where the auction comes in, but it is legendary, you guys. So let's talk about some of the items that people can bid on.
Yeah, so we've got everything from luxury travel experiences, fine jewelry, art, home goods, designer clothing, all sorts of things. But the crown jewel of our auction is the DIFFA Dallas jacket collection. So it's been going on since about the 80s. House of DIFFA actually started as just a jacket auction. So what we do is designers from local designers, national designers, even some international fashion brands, etc. They do their rendition of what they think the theme Dreamstate means, and so they donate these jackets to our auction, and they become a piece of DIFFA history.
Oh my gosh, it's a piece of art to take home.
Yeah,
I love that.
absolutely.
Okay, well, you actually brought a few looks with you this morning that will actually be on the runway. What would GMT be without a fashion show? So let's get a look at our first model right here. Tell me a little bit about this look.
Yeah, so this is one of our Style Council ambassadors, Corey. He's wearing a piece titled Raw and Poetic by Patrick Church, and it is exactly that. So it's a black leather jacket, hand painted with raw sketches and some emotional phrases that feel like they've been pulled right out of a journal. Patrick's a British-born, New York-based designer, so it's a perfect example of his style.
This is stunning, and I love that the shirt even looks like a sketch too. That is so cute underneath. Very, very good. All right, thank you so much. Let's get a look at our next model. This jacket is so different. I like this. This is interesting.
This one's impossible not to smile at. So this is Sierra. She's wearing a jacket called Teddy by a local artist, Sarah Ruth Owens. And yes, it's made entirely out of teddy bears.
And this will be on the runway, like you said, right?
Yes, these will walk the runway during the show, and they're up for grabs, actually starting now. So
very good. So if you're at home thinking right now, I could use that, I know exactly what to pair with that, go ahead and bid right now. This is your time to do it. Thank you so much. Let's get a look at our next model right here. Tell me about this.
Next up, we've got Clayton. This is actually a piece by Donald Robertson, who many people probably know by the name of Drobertson. He's a local Dallas artist and illustrator. This jacket's called Eiffel Tower, so it's a classic Ralph Lauren base that Donald customized with one of his signature hand-painted illustrations. So you got the chic guy in the riding boots blowing smoke at the Eiffel Tower.
Yes, but I love this whole outfit too. This is very giving. It's giving like Euro summer almost.
Oh, yeah.
I enjoy this very much. All right,
Clayton's
let's get
definitely known for his outfits.
at our next model right here.
Last up, this one is worn by Danny Cabrera, another one of our Style Council ambassadors. This one's actually really special. It's from the Pierre Cardin archives. Literally just landed in Dallas this week from Paris. Our board chair, Ken Weber, went through 22,000 pieces of archival Pierre Cardin pieces, and this is the first one coming out of the archives being made available to the public. So whoever gets this jacket is literally getting a piece of fashion history.
Can you tell us our model's name one more time as well?
Danny Cabrera.
Danny, you is working this
He
morning.
also known as Liquor Minnie.
Come on. own. Yes, yes, indeed. Thank you so much. Okay, so tell me, because this was so much fun, even this mini fashion show that we just had. So tell me, how can viewers get involved if they want to be a part of this unforgettable night?
So tickets and tables are still available. Everything's available at diffadallas.org/HOD. We've got tables, tickets. You can check out our silent auction items there. The jackets are already live for bidding. Our silent auction will go live next week. So if you can't make it, you can support that way. And everything's there, yeah.
There we go. Well, let's take a final look at what you'll see at this year's House of DIFFA Dreamstate on May 3rd at the Sheraton Dallas Hotel. Visit diffadallas.org for tickets and follow them on Instagram at DIFFADallasTX for sneak peeks and behind the scene looks leading up to the big night.